if you are watching us live on Facebook, thanks for tuning in. We are doing these regular Facebook Live events where we're talking about different topics that the online community wants to hear about and also needs to hear about. We are going to be providing more live content, and I am joined with Deborah. Deborah, thank you so much for hanging out.
Yeah, welcome. It's a pleasure to be here. Yeah.
So I'm in Southern California. Where are you at right now?
I am in Eugene, Oregon, and
Yes.
We actually have a small Saddleback extension up here in Eugene.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And so what we're going to be doing is that, just for you guys knowing, part of the online community, if you don't know, so we have people that watch from all around the world. We're actually seeing right now, I'm seeing people, Mariana, watches from Brazil. I recognize the Brazil flag. We got people about over 130 countries every week that join us every week on saddleback.com /online. We have about 25,000 people that watch, but we have a lot of small groups. And so part of stuff like this is that we're trying to help bridge what it means to be part of the community, because we know sometimes that can be a tough thing because you're far from Saddleback. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be talking to Deborah. We're going to be having some conversation about honoring God, worshiping God. What does that look like? And so what I want to say is, if you're watching this, comment below on the Facebook Live. I'm going to be monitoring that. We're going to have some time at the end to interact. Thanks. I'm seeing Eliana. I'm seeing people interacting. Thanks. We got 15 people right now in the Facebook group watching.
Good.
Which is really cool. We got Anne watching on Zoom, which is really cool. So yeah, we got this going right now. So we're growing by the second. So Deborah, so first off, share a little bit about your story and how you got connected to Saddleback.
Okay. Well, I'm one of those folks that I've been a Christian all my life. I've never known a time when God wasn't in my life. So, but I did spend a good part of my earlier years looking for a church home. And I just, looked and just never really felt a good fit. And about 5 years ago, I got the inspiration to read. There's my dog.
Yes.
I got the inspiration to read Purpose-Driven Life.
Yeah. She's very opinionated about Purpose-Driven Life.
Yeah,
I love it.
She loves it too. Yeah. And so
that's okay. Hey, Ruby, that's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry. I don't know if my voice is influencing this.
Yeah, she's good. But this book, if you've not read it, is really profound. And I was so impressed with the book that I looked in the back credits and found that Rick Warren is the pastor for Saddleback. And so I went online and I found Saddleback and started attending online. And this was about 5 years ago. And then the next step was that I got connected with an online small group. And my first small group, I had members in the group from all over the United States and Canada. And we did that for about a year, which was really exciting. And shortly then after that, the people in the 9 o'clock service asked me if I'd be a moderator for the 9 o'clock online Sunday service. And I've been doing that now for about 4 years, and I love it. Just love connecting with everybody each week and being of service that way. But I have to say, being at a distance from Lake Forest, there were times when I did feel a little bit disconnected, a little bit isolated. And we're kind of having this conversation tonight to see how you might be feeling in the online community and how we might be able to bridge that gap. So if you have some thoughts about that, please put them in the chat so we can understand more about what your experience is like today. I will say over these past 5 years, the online experience has really grown. Pastor Jay has been remarkable in leveraging technology, and I know that's one of Pastor Rick's top priorities is to use technology to get us all better connected.
And Daring Faith, for those who don't know, in Daring Faith, the big thing that we did that we're in this season, and one of the things is our campuses are growing and there are different places, and we're trying to use technology to better connect and have things like this on bigger levels.
Yeah, there's going to be no limit to how much we can do online in time. But over these past 5 years, the Sunday services have expanded. We have wonderful live streamed events during the year that we can all attend. Class 101 and 201 are now available online for free. Gosh, there's been a lot of new developments so that we're a lot more connected. And Pastor Jay has created a lot of Facebook pages that we can join and participate in. We now have regional meetups. I'm the Northwest Regional Coordinator, so there are times periodically where as a region, we'll get together online in this same format and talk about what's new and what's on our minds, and we pray together. And it's another way where we work to knit ourselves together, even though we live hundreds of miles apart. There's really no reason why we can't experience a closer relationship to each other and share our journeys with Christ because of technology.
Yeah. So what I'm curious, for those who are watching live right now, even if you're watching a playback of this, I want you to comment below, what are some of the biggest things that help you feel connected to Saddleback Online? What are the things? Is it an online group? Is it live streaming? If it's this Facebook group, let us know. Comment right now below. If you're watching live, I'm going to interact with some of that. But what I was curious with, Deborah, is what are, was there a, I'm curious with the online group, was that something that you went into the online group as something like, oh, this made sense? Or was it, did you join and go like, I don't know how this is going to work? And I'm curious, what was your state of mind going into it? Because you're somebody, for your job, you do a lot of online education and stuff. It's a little bit more, you're aware of the idea of it, but how did you approach that? And what did it become something that was super valuable?
Oh, yes. At that point, that was my the greatest connection I had with Saddleback was through my online small group. And again, like you said, I work in online education and use a lot of technology. So for me, it didn't feel like a foreign idea, but it was really exciting. And my group leader at the time really worked hard to make it a wonderful experience each week. And she did really well. But I would have to say after about a year and a half, I was really wanting more face-to-face local connection here in Eugene. And so that's when I requested to have a small extension here. And have had one now for about 4 years. And the good thing about that is that collectively as a small local group, we can still participate online. We can view services together. We can do live streamed events together. We can do service projects together in our community that relate to what's going on at the larger campus. So for me, it's kind of the best of both worlds.
Yeah, and that's something that we really, for those who are part of our community, we have a lot of online groups. We actually have over 700 online groups at various spread out, and every online group is very unique. But one thing we do encourage is we want to help you go eventually to hosting a group in your home, if that's something that's possible. It may not be something that you're ready for now, but there's all sorts of reasons, but we want to help you do that, because there's a lot of things you can learn, and there's a lot of people that do online groups and also host a home group. But there's something that, one thing that Pastor Rick and we talk about, one of the best individual to reach your neighbor is you. And that starts with you having something. And so, and we're doing something that we're going to be rolling out here in the next couple weeks is offering up a way for any Saddleback small group to host a mini service in their home. And provide some training on what that would look like. And so we want to encourage everybody to have a home gathering to kind of invite people over. So we're going to be talking about that. I guess what I was curious of, what are some things, Deborah, as we look towards the future that we're talking about doing that you're probably most excited about, specifically thinking about worship?
Right. Well, I can think of lots of ways that we can, again, leverage technology to do this. Some of the things that have come to my mind would be to do a large online retreat, both, for men, for women, for singles, for seniors, all kinds of different demographics, where we would actually spend a Saturday together with, maybe some guest speakers and having some quiet time to reflect on things that we've been talking about during the day. But I think something like that is really doable, where we provide a curriculum, we have a guest speaker, and whoever wants to go through a day-long retreat together, we could do that. We could also have prayer evenings where we get together as a large group and pray for various things, for people, within the Saddleback community, for our country, for the world. I know we have a lot of interest in African nations right now, so another way that we could extend our reach through the peace plan by our prayer. We've also talked about maybe music concerts, live music concerts online that we could actually virtually attend.
Yeah.
So, we're just beginning to kind of tap into some of these ideas. And as the interest grows, I know that the technology is there for us to do some pretty exciting things.
Yeah. So just for you guys to know, right now, be checking out the event section in this group. There's a couple things going on from future events that we're doing. We're doing a bunch of online meetups too. That we got laid out some really cool things, and the goal is there, if you live in an area, we're going to connect and do like a Zoom call. The other thing is, if you we're going to be Night of Worship's coming up. That's something that you definitely can attend. That will be live streamed. Check that out there in the event section. There's some more info about that. But at the base level, I was seeing like Trisha and a couple other people were talking about like how to get connected. First off, at the top of this page, there's a pinned post. It's a video. And there's some links about how to get into a group. Click on there, start by getting into a group. And second, start by taking Class 101. And there, Pastor Rick talks about, and we talk about, what does it mean to be connected to the group? And that's how you can get connected. Or you can always private message me and we can talk about some next steps. But Deborah, I want to thank you for taking time out. I also want to ask, Deborah, there was something you want to share about, because you're building out a lot of stuff with worship and we're dreaming, but there was something that you wanted to, you had an ask for our community.
Yes, I am. We're just kind of getting some of these new ideas off the ground, and the sky is the limit, but I would love to have your help. If you're interested in these topics, if you'd like to join me in working really creatively and collaboratively together online and through technology, we would like to create some exciting things. But if you have some time and interest, I'd love to have your help, and you can put it in the chat below if you're interested, or let Pastor Jay know, and he'll get us connected. So be thinking about that. I'd love to get to know you and work together.
Okay, I just want to pause. Everybody, look at me in the eyes. Look at me in the eyes. Don't. Sometimes people tell me don't look in the camera, so I have to do this. Look at me in the eyes. Sign up and help Deborah out, please. Okay. That's my pitch. Okay. Thanks, Deborah, so much, guys. Thanks so much. What we're gonna do is, I'm looking at everybody. I'm looking at the questions right now that's popping in. Thanks for everybody. Everybody. So thank you everybody for watching.
Yes.
Marcia, you're asking a question. How do I get in? Message me what you're, and I'll help you out. Jeff, we got San Diego in the house, Saddleback San Diego. If you are living in the San Diego area and you're not going to Saddleback San Diego, shame on you, okay? Go to San Diego's campus, please. Pastor Jeff is amazing, okay? So build an app. So he'll build an app. Okay, guys, thanks so much. Look at it. I'm hitting stuff. I want to grab. Oh, here, look. My kids' little coffee. That's okay. Anyways. Okay, guys. Okay, Deborah. I'm gonna end this, guys. Thanks, guys. Message me. Thanks, Carbon, for joining for him. Austin. Okay, we're gonna be ending this right.